Jumbo and welcome back. Last time since we left, I've been able to finish accessorizing the vehicle and added the lights, the tires, and I did a bit more modifications here and there, and I have a few. Where are they? Here we are. So far that's where we are at. Finished the car over there. So next, after this, what we're going to do is that later on I'm going to be doing a tutorial on just a simple rig on how to rig the car simply and be able to place it on our environment dubbed On The Road. And the rig itself is not going to be nothing too fancy, but you're going to be able to use that rig even to do some simple animations for your vehicle. So let's first of all just jump back to our environment. Let's jump to setting up resources for majorly the environments, that's tree, grasses, and things like that. And there are several places where you can get some of these trees and grass, and one of the few places where you can get this, I'll go to the welcome screen, and towards the end of the welcome screen right here we have learn, start, towards extend. Here we have all these nice sites here whereby you can be able to get some of these things. First of all, you could get some vegetation over here. Just click on download vegetation and it's going to take you to the Xfrog website. Now they have these Autodesk SICK, you have to actually register for it, but they do have quite a number of trees and plants that you could use for free, a variety, quite a variety of not so bad looking trees, and all you have to do is download any one of them. You have the Max format over here and the Maya. So if you come in here, for example, if you want this one, all you have to do is click on the Max icon over here. It brings you to this page whereby you select here, then you click on download. Oh, I've downloaded a few, so I'll be showing you how they look like. They're actually zipped. It's a zip folder. Now before I leave here, there are quite a number of things. If I were to come here to quick links, you'll notice, well, for architectural purposes you have quite a number of things, from lighting fixtures, any kind of fixture mostly, but they'll come in DWG, street lights, all types of lights that you can find. These are quite useful, and even sofas, whatnot, all this. So it's quite a nice area where they share all these nice stuff for you to use. So if you come there, get a few trees, get a few bushes, download them, then you're able to use them within your project. Now also there is the scriptspot.com. Here you have, well, a lot of scripts. Now scripts are important in that they are able to automate most of the processes that would generally take some time and make some operations a bit easier, and they actually make your production a bit faster. And I highly advise you to come in here and look at all these scripts, see what they do. Some of them are for sale, but usually they have an affordable price tag, but most of them are free. Now here what I'm looking for is a script called Advanced Painter. Advanced Painter. I use it a lot for my environments and also several other things. Oh, here it is. Just click on that to open it. Here you have instructions. It tells you what it does. It tells you it creates things like grass. Well, not so good there. I don't use that. I only use the scatter here, just the scatter over here, and the randomizer, those two. It also gives you instructions on how to install, okay, how you're going to be able to install and uninstall if need be. Pick this one here, version 1.6, and one really important thing for Max 2015, don't forget to run Max as an administrator, otherwise it's going to give you an error. So remember, run Max as an admin. Then the other script that I need is called Grass Generator. Now that's a good script. Generator. Now, Grass Generator is a script by a guy called Midge. He has a site called the Mantissa, and he has also some really nice tools also. Here it is, Grass Generator. There is another one here. I think I'll try this one at some point. Animated Grass Generator. So let me try just work with this, because that's what we're going to be using, and it gives you some pretty nice looking grass over there. And here are some examples of what you get. Now there's a tutorial also on Grass Generator, and he also has this other nice tool, pflow to proxy. If you're good with particle systems, especially particle flow in 3D Max, you can use pflow to proxy to actually scatter objects around anything. As you know, at times pflow has a few limitations in there, but these will actually extend it, and it's quite useful also. But we're going to be working with this one here. Now here is his site. It's called the Mantissa. Over here the tools are here, so let's just get to that. His name is Midge. Let's click here to see. Yeah, as a guy, his name is Midge, a 3D generalist just like me, mainly using 3D Max, combining it with other effects. So if you come here to tools, you'll notice you can easily get your Grass Generator and pflow proxy here. Just click on this to download. I've already downloaded them, so I won't. And also, if you come to tutorials, he has the tutorials on how to use both of them. Okay. Another thing he has some good resources, by the way. Some nice resources here and there if you want to download bread, some trees also, just some really nice trees in FBX format, and he's giving them for free right there, and also these ones and these ones. So there are quite a number of things that you could get from the Mantissa or Midge, and holler at him, buy him a cup of coffee. He's done a good job. Now once you've downloaded them, because I actually have downloaded those ones, this I actually have them in here. So I downloaded the tree. Is one of the trees over here for just Xfrog, and I can actually decide to open. There is the Max version, and I think it is 3D Max version. It's quite a high-res tree. It's really high-res, and we need to sort of change it to a proxy. I use Mentor proxies. I just turn it into a Mentor proxy because I'm going to be scattering it around my environment there. So just click on yes, okay, and there we are. Now that is what we are having. Not a very bad looking tree. So I'll have to switch my renderer to Mentor. Just make sure I'm in Mentor, so that now I can create the proxy. Mentor proxies only work with the Mentor renderer. So let's just render a simple one. See there, that's a real nice tree from Xfrog. Thank you, Xfrog. Now all I need to do is turn this tree of mine into a Mentor proxy. Now all you need to do is come here, go to Mentor right there, then click on this one, MR proxy. Create a proxy in your viewport, making sure you're in the Mentor renderer. Then come to its modifiers and source object. I pick my tree. Okay, then all I need to do is write object file. So I have quite a number, and I'll overwrite this one, our tree. And just but before I do that, there's one more thing that I need to do, because remember the materials. When it comes to the materials on our scene over here, you'll notice that the tree, let me go to scene materials. Yeah, here it is. It's a multi-sub material. So double click on that, and I have it within my view. It's a multi-sub, it's a huge multi-sub material. So the tree itself has 7 multi-sub materials, and what I usually do is, first of all, I save this. I usually save this to a new material library. So as you can see, the material, it's quite a huge multi-sub material. There are actually 7 multi-sub materials. Now I have to come to it here under scene materials, right click and copy to a new material library. Okay, then, well, I had one here, so just give it a name and save that. Just yes, that's it. Now here it is. Now you have this one here, it's calling itself E0 whatnot. It's good to rename it nicely, so that you can get that. There's a new material right there. Now I can actually clear this, clear the view, yes. Because why am I doing that? Because once I create the proxy, okay, it won't have any materials on it, so I'll have to pick that multi-sub and assign it to the proxy. So once you've created these, then you've picked your source as the tree there, then write file and click on our tree and save. Yeah, already exists. Then it's going to ask you, because if it has any animations, then it's also going to pick the animations over there. So click on OK, and it's rendering a preview. And there, now you notice here you actually have a nice preview, and here you have a point cloud representation of the tree. So we can easily just delete this one now, and let's have this. So there we are. Now you look at the number of polygons it had here, or kind of tries it had. So I add a few more just to have a better visual representation right there, and maybe show bounding box. Now if I were to render this right now, you'll notice, well, it picks the selection color, and what we did is we already created our material. So what we need to do is come in here, here's the material, just double click on it, select it here and assign it to our tree. Just assign it, just click on this and drag it to our tree. That's it right there. And now should we render, now we get the tree with all the materials that we actually had. Let me zoom in so that we look at it closely. So now we actually have it the way it was appearing before, but this time around it's just a mentor proxy, which is very light on our scene right here. So we can use these and just scatter it around without any problems. Now that's exactly how you create a mentor proxy. Now how do we use our scripts to scatter everything around? So I'll hide this proxy, just hide that proxy. Now we need to run Max as an admin, because we've already saved the proxy. So I'll just close this, close that. Nope, don't need to save anything. I think I need to close these others. So what I'll do is I'll run Max as an admin, run as an administrator. So when it starts up, I usually come to this run script, but I need to copy my scripts here. So what I'll do is, let me minimize that. Under resources, I already have my scripts. I have the advanced painter, which came in as a zip file, and once I double click on that one, you'll get it as a zip, and then I unzip it here. So I pick that one and the other two and copy. Just copy them. And usually what I do is I usually come to Max, run script, then just paste them here first. Then once I do that, I start with this one here. I click on open, and there, advanced painter successfully installed. Then I also need to install those others. So run script, grass generator, open, and run script, pflow to proxy, open. Now, how do I get them on my viewport? How do I get them? So I usually come to customize user interface, and already you notice advanced painter is here. So I'm just going to put it on the quad menus. I could put it on the toolbars, but I just prefer to throw it in the quad menus. So what I do is get a separator and throw the separator right under, just under properties here. So there's a separator there. Then I click on this, drag and drop it there, right there. Then for the grass generator, it's under days. Yeah, days. So these two also, you can throw them there, not a problem. Somewhere there. Then also this one somewhere there. Then all we need to do is save, and save our workspace, and I'm going to call it whatever script. Then save that. Then we are done. So now if I right click, now you notice here there, I click on Advanced Painter, yeah, right there, then come in here, grass generator, right there. So let me start with grass generator. Now you can create, right now with just the default settings, if I just click on generate, you'll notice it gives us these 5 nice blades of grass right there, and they're just planes really. They're just editable mesh planes right there, and you see it saves you a lot of work, because all you need to do is just get a plane and just carve it nicely. But these now saves you all that hassle, and I can come in and decide, okay, here, why don't I just create a quick patch? Just click on this. Then I just generate, and there we are. See, we have a patch of grass. Okay, so, and again, there is another setting over here which I kind of use a lot. Instead of just having one material, so I'll delete that, I can click on this one, so that automatically create sub material, and usually it's 1 to 100, but usually here they give it a default of 3. You can give it 4, 5, whatever. So 3 is good for natural variation, and just click on generate, and now notice you're having different colors over there. And if I were to come to my material editor, I came into my material editor, I can actually pick. Let me come to these, click on this, and pick material from this. And you'll notice we are having 3 different multi-sub materials. There's this one, this one, this one, this one. So what I need to do is just hook in some materials for them, so that now we can have the variation of color over there. So let me just do that really fast. So I'll just come in here and say under maps, bitmap, and I'll pick a grass over here like that one is open, and I'll hook it up to the ambient and the diffuse over there, and then get another one here, bitmap, and get a different one, maybe that one there, and one more, so that I just hook them together nicely, and one more, maybe that one there is open. Now all I need to do is just hook them up, and this one also just right there, and now our grass material, we need to assign it to this. You can select it, so assign to that, and should we render? Let's just render to see what we have. So yeah, now you have, well, different kinds of grass materials showing up, and with each one of these I can click on that so that they show in the viewport. Now you notice when they are red, it means they are showcasing in the viewport, and these one also, just click on that, and now we do have ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful patch of grass right there. Now all we need to do now is create a proxy for this. Create a proxy. Then after creating a proxy, we can be able to use the advanced scatter to scatter them around certain terrain. Now I already have a proxy. So what I'm going to do is let me just create a proxy out of this one here, and prepare maybe a ground plane. Then we can be able to scatter it around. Alright, so I've already prepared the ground plane, tessellation and tessellation modifier and a noise modifier, just to give it this rough feel, and give it some nice soil or ground material. So what I'll do is I'll create a proxy again. Come here and mentor proxy, create a nice proxy there, modifier, source object, grass patch, right object. Yeah, mentor proxy feature only works because now here we are not in the mentor renderer. That's why it's giving us this error here. So you have to come here and make sure you're in the mentor renderer right there. So now we can actually write it. So I'll call it our grass. Okay, our grass. Just overwrite that one. Yeah, click on OK. There we are. So we have it over there. So I'll add a few zeros here just to give it more. Then show bounding box. I need to make it smaller. It takes the original size we had. So I'll make it 0.5 maybe. Yeah, that's okay. Or maybe 0.3. Yeah, 0.3 works for me. Maybe 0.4. Now that we have this, we are going to assign a material to it. So we need to come to our materials, pick this guy, and just assign it. And let's see whether it's behaving. So I'll give it a color that is easily visible as we selection color, that is. So let's see what we have. So yeah, so our material is working on the proxy, same as this. So let me just hide this, hide that, and work on this one here. So as I work on this one, what I'll do is I need the advanced painter. So I just come in, advanced painter, there it is. I don't want grass or anything. You can try the rest, but so I'll use scatterer. Okay, right there. So this one, add cell or add selection to list. So you click on that and it actually adds it there. So you can have several instances over here. Okay, maybe grass, flowers, weeds, all that. Another thing I usually change is the orientation. The orientation on X, Y, and Z. So this is the maximum orientation right over here. So X, Y, Z. On Z, I give it something like 350 degrees, so that there is a variation in terms of how they are rotated along the Z-axis. So after doing that, now I need to come in here and select our plane here, then click on paint, and there we are. So let me just paint to your heart's content. Just paint. I'll just make some areas thick. No, it's not so thick. So just paint. This works with anything, any mesh object and any proxy object. So once you've done that, and because they are proxies, they are very light on your scene, extremely light. So there we are. I'll just close that, and let's just see what we have so far. So I'll just frame it nicely and render, and there we are. You have yourself some nice tufts of grass, really nice, scattered all over, and even when we go for a close-up, it still looks quite good. Could make it thick in some areas. So let me just come in here and let's get a nice close-up right there. Then we render that. And there we are. So for trees, for houses, for rocks, as long as you can make it a proxy, even if it's not a proxy, all you need to do is select the object, be it a group, be it collapse into a mesh, everything is going to work wonderfully. So what I need to do next is generally start on our terrain, because now we have everything we need. We have our car, which I'll have to actually rig. So actually next what I'll do is rigging of the car, so that we rig it into a way that we can set it up on our terrain in whichever way we want to pose it, and even do some simple animations using a few expressions. Then we can be able to finish up our terrain, and see you in the next video.